Well, hi Oaknoll. It's Wednesday, July 8th, and I'm Kim Bergen-Jackson, the administrator at Oaknoll. It's time for my update. So here we are, progressing through week 17 of the coronavirus pandemic. We have been experiencing higher cases in Johnson County since Memorial Day, really. But I'm happy to tentatively tell you that the cases have started to trickle down just a smidge. So I'm optimistic that we are in the middle of a 14-day decline. We're on day 4. So in order for us to make any changes with what we're doing right now, we really need to see a 14-day average of decline in the positive cases in Johnson County. I don't know if you're keeping track of other counties in the news, but on Sunday, the mayor of Muscatine issued a mandatory face mask proclamation. And yesterday, Governor Reynolds told everybody that mayors don't have the authority to do that. So I reached out to our mayor and canceled my meeting with him to talk about a face mask moratorium. And we'll wait for the governor to make a decision if she's going to encourage people to wear face masks. I think she's thinking about it this week, but on your own and without a mandatory order, you can encourage your neighbors and your friends to wear a face mask when they're out. If we're both wearing face masks, then we reduce the likelihood that we'll transmit the virus. Social distancing is still key, and washing your hands and covering your cough, and if you don't feel well, stay home. Those all sound like simple things, but they're really a change in our behavior, and that is how we're going to learn to live with the virus. So no matter what the case counts are in Johnson County, if we at Oaknoll are doing all the right things when we're here and when we're not here, we won't see the virus inside. That's really what we're shooting for. So almost 2 weeks ago, we had a staff member who became positive with the virus. They had very few symptoms. They had a headache and they lost their sense of smell and sense of taste. And they only worked 1 day prior to their diagnosis. Today is day 13 since that happened, and we have no other cases of coronavirus in our health center anywhere. So that's really strong evidence for me that if the staff wear their personal protective equipment, the masks, the face shields, they sanitize, they watch their symptoms, and they don't come to work sick, that is really strong evidence that all of that is working to keep everybody safe. So I would encourage everybody to keep doing what we're doing. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, Steve and I will be able to look at the case counts in Johnson County and see if we can open things up a little bit more at Oaknoll. The part of our success so far over these past 17 weeks or 4 months is that we've been very careful and cautious with every decision that we've made, and I appreciate everybody following the rules. I know that it isn't what you're used to. It certainly isn't our normal behavior, but it might be normal for a while, or at least until we're looking for a vaccine, which isn't likely in 2020. So stay optimistic. Hope the county does what it's supposed to do and wears their face masks. I do think something's changed with the virus a little bit. Case counts for the age group 18 to 40 is 70% in Johnson County right now. And I've noticed a slight increase in the 0 to 17 age group. They're up to 3%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is significant that it was at 0 for a long time, or very few cases. So 73% of the folks that are positive with the virus in Johnson County are what I would consider to be young, 40 and under. The total count for anybody over the age of 60 in Johnson County this morning was at 6% of the total positive cases, which I believe is really high. So 6% is not high. The number of cases in Johnson County is high. So I think that really speaks volumes to how careful people are being over the age of 60, not just at Oaknoll, but at everywhere. So keep doing what you're doing. Get outside when you can. If you want to go to your kids or a park or a lake or something like that, you certainly will not be required to self-isolate when you come back. Just be careful when you're outside of Oaknoll, and try to be, when it's not 100 degrees, try to be outside and enjoy the weather, because if we're still doing this in the winter, we're going to have to figure out something else. So that's my message for you this week. Please let me know if you have any questions. You know I'm always available, and I'll let you know if anything changes. Thank you.